Good day, folks. Welcome to my periodic report as the District 3 Grafton County Commissioner. My name is Omer Ahern Jr., and I am the District 3 Grafton County Commissioner. And I want to thank the folks at the PBTV for allowing me this opportunity to talk with you about what goes on in the Grafton County government up in North Haverhill. And again, I represent the towns in the southeastern part of Grafton County, which includes Rumney and Campton, and all the way down to Bristol and Alexandria and over to Canaan and Grafton, and also Plymouth, Hebron, Holderness, and all the towns in between, of course, Rumney. I serve with two other county commissioners. The chairman of the county commissioners is Linda Lauer from the town of Bath, and she represents the towns in the northern and western part of Grafton County. Again, she represents District 2, and she is the chairman of the Board of Commissioners. And Commissioner Wendy Piper of Enfield, she represents District 1, which is the towns of Hanover and Enfield and the city of Lebanon. And Commissioner Piper is the clerk of the county commissioners, and I serve as the vice chairman of the county commissioners. So this is my periodic report as county commissioner. And again, just a quick recap. The county commissioners in New Hampshire, and there are 10 counties, and there are 3 commissioners in each county. By state statute, our responsibility is to operate and manage the county nursing home, which in Grafton County is a 135-bed skilled bed facility where we accept Medicaid, Medicare, private pay residents, and we also have, I think, 10 beds that are certified through the Veterans Administration for disabled veterans. If you or one of your loved ones or a family member is a 60% service-related disabled veteran, and they need a place to go to so that they can be taken care of, Grafton County Home in Woodsville, North Haverhill, is certified for Veterans Administration veterans. So if you are interested in that, you could give the county Commissioner's office a telephone call at 787-6941, 787-6941. In addition to the nursing home, the county commissioners are also responsible for the operation and the management of the Department of Corrections, where we have a 150-bed facility, maximum for men and women, and we also have a medium security unit and a minimum security unit, and we also have the county jail, where people who are charged with a crime but have not been convicted are held pending their bail, or if they can't post bail, then we hold them pre-trial. So that's another part of Grafton County operations that we're responsible for. And the third big item is we do have the last remaining county dairy herd in the state of New Hampshire. And I just received notice this week that we've received a third national award for our outstanding dairy herd up there in Grafton County. And we want to thank our herdsman up there, Ben White, for the good work that he does as our herdsman. We also have a vegetable operation up there. We also have chickens and pigs that we raise up there. The eggs are fed into the nursing home and into the House of Correction. And we also sell some of the eggs to help supplement the income for the farm operation. But the main source of revenue for the county farm is the milk that we produce there and the milk that we sell. And I will have a report from the county farm manager when I talk about the meeting that we had on June 12th. So those are the 3 main areas: the nursing home, the Department of Corrections, and the county farm and the county woodlands. So my talk with you today is going to key on the two meetings that we've had since the last time I spoke with you folks. And the first meeting that we're going to talk about is the meeting on Tuesday, June 5th, up in North Haverhill at the County Administration Building. And at that time, the first item on the agenda at 9 o'clock was to meet with the High Sheriff of Grafton County, Sheriff Douglas Dutile, and the Director of Communications, Tom Andros. And they were talking with us about a request to send some of the dispatch folks to some in-state training, and also another person in the Sheriff's Department for some SPOTS, S-P-O-T-S, NCIC training. And both of these were approved by the commissioners. Then we met with Karen Clough, the Human Resource Director, and it's always an interesting exercise to meet with Karen Clough, because we're in a constant, for lack of a better word, battle to keep RNs and LNAs and certified corrections officers at Grafton County. And we're trying to figure out a way how we can keep these folks that come in and don't stay very long. And we're trying to find out exactly what is the challenge there. Yes, we're way out on the edge of the county, and you know, a lot of people may be not interested in working way out there over in Woodsville, North Haverhill area. But if you are looking for very steady work with good pay and a tremendous benefits package, health insurance, we even offer educational assistance for our folks up there. Grafton County is an outstanding place to work for. If there's a down dip in the economy, because what we provide for services up there, it's a 24-hour day, 7-day a week, 365-day a year work that we do up there to take care of the residents in the nursing home and provide security for the inmates in the House of Correction. We provide very stable jobs, employment at Grafton County. So again, if you're interested in seeking maybe some employment at Grafton County, either as a corrections officer or as an RN or an LNA or a certified nurse's aide, give the Commissioner's office a call at 787-6941, 787-6941. Then we also met on the 5th of June with Craig Labor, the nursing home administrator, and we were talking with him about some of the issues at the nursing home. One of the issues has been with the beautician, and in terms of how the beautician is going to be compensated for the work that she does, whether the work that she does for the residents in the nursing home should be paid for by the residents, or should her services be paid for by the county taxpayers. And the commissioners have decided, especially in this tough budget year, which I've been talking about for the last 3 or 4 talks that I've had with you folks, we've decided that the residents of the nursing home should be paying for their own beautician services. Even those that are on Medicaid, which is state assistance, state welfare, a certain amount of the money that they get each month is set aside for their own personal needs. So there is money that they could use, that the residents can use, to pay for their own hair care and beautician services. On June 5th, we also signed some contracts. We are going to be, Grafton County is going to be joining with some of these nationwide lawsuits over the opioid situation that we have in this country. In Grafton County, we have a very very busy drug court program and alternative sentencing program. Much of that is fueled by the opioid crisis that we're dealing with. So we're spending a lot of taxpayer money on dealing with these opioid issues. And so we have signed a fee agreement. It's a contingent fee agreement with a New Hampshire attorney who is associated with a national law firm to institute litigation against the pharmaceutical companies and others who we feel are, were improperly pursued their sales and distributions of the opioid drugs. We also sold through sealed bid one of the cruisers from the Sheriff's Department that was going to be retired because it had served its useful life for the Sheriff's Department, which requires a lot of safe equipment, especially its motor vehicles. And so we sold a 2013 Ford Cruiser that had about 140,000 miles on it, although it was well maintained. That was sold to an outfit down on Staten Island, New York, for $2,313. We had received a total number of bids of 4 bids. The next highest bid was $1,718 from a dealership in Somerville, Mass. So that quickly is what we talked about on June 5th. And again, it's when we talk with Craig Labor, the nursing home administrator, a lot of his discussion is about dealing with the Federal Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services, also known as CMS, and dealing with all of the rules and regulations that are coming down, still continue to come down from the federal government, and the rules and regulations that come down from the state of New Hampshire that just create some unnecessary burden on the services that we provide at Grafton County. A lot of these rules and regulations are because of issues that happen in other states, whether it's Louisiana or Alabama or wherever. And yet the feds paint a broad paintbrush, and even though we're taking care of these issues up here in New Hampshire, we're doing a great job. Our nursing homes are nationally known for being some of the best nursing homes in the country. In fact, our Grafton County nursing home has just been cited as being one of the top 11 in the top 11% of the nursing homes in the state of New Hampshire. In the country. Top 11% of nursing homes in the entire country. And I think there's something like 16,000 nursing homes throughout the country. So that's quite a feather in our cap. And we thank Craig Labor and all the good folks that work at the Grafton County Nursing Home for their fine work there. But we're having a difficult time keeping RNs and LNAs there. And so we ask you, if you know someone looking for a good place to work, have them consider the Grafton County Nursing Home. Then yesterday, June 12th, we met again. The commissioners met again. And the first one on the agenda again was the High Sheriff of Grafton County, Doug Dutile, and the Director of Communications, Tom Andrus. And this was to have the commissioners approve out-of-state travel for Mr. Andros to attend some communications training at a national meeting out west. And so based upon the information that had been provided to us by Sheriff Dutile and Mr. Andros, and because of the nature of the proceedings that were going to happen out there, we felt it was appropriate to have Mr. Andros attend that national meeting out west. The next person to come in was at 9:15 was Donnie Kimball, the farm manager. And I just want to remind you folks that on June 23rd, from 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, will be the Grafton County Farm and Forest Day, where you'll have a chance to see what's going on with our greenhouse there and the vegetable field and get to see our award-winning dairy herd there. And I don't know, there's going to be 16 or so people there with booths, some of the grain vendors for the dairy herd, and the Farm Bureau will have a booth up there. So you get to have hay rides up into the woodlands areas. You can see what Jim Frone, the county forester, is doing for work up there, because the county forest resources are something that we count on for income for the county, not every year, but when it's appropriate to do a timber cut. There will be free ice cream and free milk courtesy of the Grafton County Farm Bureau. And lunch will be there. There's hamburgers and hot dogs for about $1 a person. And it's going to be a great opportunity. So set your calendars for Saturday, June 23rd, up at 3855 Dartmouth College Highway in North Haverhill for the Grafton County Farm and Forestry Day. But the report that Mr. Kimball gave us brings us up to date on how many cows we're milking. And we're currently milking 82 cows, and we are shipping 6,250 pounds of milk daily, averaging 77 pounds per cow. And the price of milk is up a little bit. We're getting $17.06 per hundredweight for our milk. Now, that is a higher price than what most dairy farms are getting. Right now, the base price for milk is $15.31 a hundredweight, but because of the higher butterfat content and the quality of the milk that we produce at Grafton County, we get a premium of almost, of over $2 or almost $2 a hundredweight. So that is good news that we have such a good herd, and we appreciate the work that Mr. Kimball, Mr. Tillotson, and Mr. White do up there at the county. He's just finished cutting his first crop of haylage. The quality and the quantity of the hay that was cut is good, he reports. They are spreading manure on the grass fields for making more hay around the county, but we are in desperate need of rain. He's working on getting the barn cleaned up for the open barn day, again on June 23rd. We do have some surplus equipment, some antique equipment, antique potato planter, and some other things that we are considering maybe offering for sealed bid. But some of the items I think are museum quality equipment, so we're going to look into seeing whether or not some of these pieces of antique equipment, farm equipment, should not be put into a museum. We have our new chickens, and they are just starting to lay eggs, and I understand that the breed of chickens that we've got now are Rhode Island Reds. So this is what's going on at the farm. One of the things that's to be of concern with, there is a professor here at Plymouth State University, Dr. Morse, who is doing some studies on ticks here in Grafton County in New Hampshire. And this Dr. Morse has advised me that one of the ticks that I brought in to her for her to look at and study, which came from near the vegetable field at Grafton County Farm, she said that was a very dangerous tick. So I did spread the warning to the Superintendent of Corrections and the farm manager and the maintenance department to be careful about checking for ticks after they've been outside. So we're trying to follow the directions of Dr. Morse from here at Plymouth State University. And we're also working with Plymouth State University trying to get some of the registered nurses that come out of their nursing program here at Plymouth State University. Then the big thing that took up a lot of our time yesterday was a presentation from several local agencies who provide integrated delivery network. And this is to provide the physical and behavioral health care for some of our residents in Grafton County who are Medicaid eligible. And we spent a good hour or so talking with these folks from the, we spoke with the folks from the North Country in Carroll County, Region 7 folks, that IDN, and we talked with the folks from Central and Winnipesaukee region, that IDN number 5, and we also spoke with the Upper Valley, Sullivan County, and Monadnock region. This is kind of a follow-up with the managed care program that the federal CMS was trying to impose on us here in the state of New Hampshire. And luckily, our state legislators, when they heard the clarion call from the counties here in New Hampshire that managed Medicaid, managed care, also known as Step 2, was a bad idea, especially after they implemented Step 1 about 5 years ago, and that has been a disaster for the counties and the county taxpayers. So we're looking to find out other ways to meet the needs of our residents, Medicaid residents here in Grafton County. And coincidentally, Sensio Systems, SENSCIO Systems, which is a private entity, has proposed for consideration by the 10 counties here in New Hampshire an artificial intelligence-based risk management solution for the complex health population. And this is basically a virtual, and that means something to a lot of you young people out there, but not so much to some of us older folks, a virtual PACE program, which is designed to provide services through the VNA, the home health care, mental health programs, and other facilities to provide services, mental health services, substance abuse services, home care services, and primary care services for our residents here that otherwise would not have the ability to pay for those services. So you're going to hear more about this Sensio Systems. The first year is going to be a trial year at no cost to the counties, but it's a broad band of services, and you're going to hear more about it. And there is a video that I'm going to be taking another look at, because the folks from Sensio did make a presentation to the New Hampshire Association of Counties, the executive committee membership last Friday, and it's an amazing program. But one of the concerns that I have is the possibility that your personal health care and health information and personal information could be compromised. Just like credit cards and bank accounts have been compromised, and you hear that on the news lately. But you'll be hearing more about this Sensio Systems, SENSCIO. So a lot of things going on, a lot of requests from Grafton County and other counties for money to provide care for the very, very needy in our county. In addition to the Grafton County budget, which we talked about the last couple of weeks, the Grafton County has agreed to level fund any existing social service agency that has gotten money from the county over the last 3 or 4 years. We were not going to fund any new social service agencies this year. And so, again, it was a 2-to-1 vote, and in excess of $500,000, about $524,000 of taxpayer money is going to fund these social service agencies. Some of them, yes, are very, very needy and could use the work, especially use the money, especially here in District 3, specifically the Pema Youth Center and the Bridge House, and the work that goes on at the Whole Village Center here in Plymouth. So a lot of things, there's a lot of need out there, but we have to prioritize what our needs are. And statutorily, the county commissioners are supposed to take care of the nursing home first, the house of correction, and we want to make sure that we are treating our employees there, because it's a very hard job working in a nursing home setting and working in the correctional setting. We did award an educational assistance application to one of our nursing home employees, and to I get some further higher education through Purdue University. And there's just a lot of things going on. So we had our presentation from our regular monthly meeting with the county attorney, Laura Saffo, who has announced that she will not be running again for county attorney in the election this year. And then we had Kelly Monahan, the Register of Deeds, come in and make her monthly report. And she announced that there were several transactions over the last month where the amount of the purchase price of the property was over $1 million. We had a couple that were over $500,000. And so those are major transfers within Grafton County, and a certain part of the transfer stamp that is attributable to those purchase prices come back to Grafton County. So the Register of Deeds is about the only department in Grafton County that actually makes money for the folks here for Grafton County. I'm just about out of time. Just want to remind you that tomorrow, Thursday, June 14th, is Flag Day. It's a very, very important day. I had a chance on Sunday afternoon to attend the Flag Day ceremony at the Elks Lodge down in Franklin. And it was a very impressive, solemn ceremony recognizing the history of the various flags that have flown over our armed forces from the time of the pre-revolution years through the present years. So just remember that a lot of men and women have died to protect our country and to maintain our flag, red, white, and blue. The other thing is, I do want to thank again the folks here at the PBTV, Juliet and Andrew, for allowing me this opportunity. Again, there just aren't enough hours in the day. I do have a full-time job, and it just doesn't allow me to get out to the county, to the selectmen's offices here throughout the towns that I serve here in Grafton County, 13 towns. And so I'm hoping that the selectmen are able to look at my little periodic report. And again, I thank PBTV for making that available. Also want to thank the work that the other two commissioners do. It's not an easy job, a lot of tough decisions to make, a lot of personnel issues that we need to address. So again, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to me. If you have any questions of me, you're certainly welcome to call my office, 764-6024, 764-6024, or reach me at my email address, omer.ahern.jr@gmail.com, omer.ahern.jr, the @ and gmail.com. Thank you, and God bless America, and God bless the great state of New Hampshire. Thank you.